I once knew a spy.
Spies.
She was brilliant, erratic, cursed, an anti-personal mine in human form. Her friends called her Herschel, but to her controllers, she was Cascade. She made the cardinal error of our kind. She mistook her assets for friends. In the end, the contradictions caught up with her. It is, and was, Portofino 91, the whole sick crew. A disaster untold, a black page in the official records. None at all, yet here we are, standing over the smashed and leaking world. She was recalled. They put her in the freezer. Forever. Most thought. 5 years passed. A little more of the world leaked out of itself. Cascade's controllers ordered her back to Portofino. It wasn't the scene. It was me. There is a new assignment, Cascade. I was supposed to give you the brief. Right here. In an armchair in a safe house above a 24-hour photo shop. In the city-state of Portofino. No one special. Just an arm-like sack of cytoplasm, a special move unique to single-cell organisms. But before that, I was like you, a spy for the people. This is a dangerous place, Cascade. I should never have come. I got caught with my pants down. On the plus side, I no longer have to worry about independent thought or movement.
This was the human game, and he played it poorly. Time to give up his see.
We're not. This is all you. Conversing with your own mental projections. Reconciling the dissonance inherent to your role, like you were trained to do.
Just one of the neat tricks you've learned to keep yourself alive in theater. There are many others still to come.
Life is beautiful, cruel, full of hidden cues that I missed. Maybe next time. Don't blame yourself, operant. Whatever happens,
Displayed on the chair before you is a man, approximately mid-30s. His chest rises and falls in steady rhythm as he stares beyond you, unblinking. His eyes are fixed glassily on the ceiling. Cream paint, peeling slightly. A small room in a city past its prime. Nothing to suggest why the man is so interested in it. No response, no jolt, no tremor. The film is monochrome and silent. The only soundtrack is the low hum of the projector as the celluloid rushes from its spool. Your fingers detect a faint, steady pulse within the base of his wrist. Elevated, but not critical. You can see no final note or message around him, and more importantly, no obvious way he could have committed the act. Maybe he learned he was to be paired with the storied operant Cascade, and took matters into his own hands. The man's eyes glisten. Bright red veins blossom around their edges. If so, he will have to become something else entirely. You both exist now in different futures. However he ended up like this, the result is the same. Operant lost. You wonder briefly how much or how little you owe him. A snail's trail of dried saliva glints on the side of his chin. Clipped to the inside flap of his jacket, you find a laminated badge, emblazoned with the crest of the Import-Export Bureau of the People's Republic of Kohila. The name reads, Esteman T. Below, sock merchant, one of the opera's most battle-tested covers. Three other things of note: a slip of paper, a business card, and a rock-hard piece of candy. The card is cheap and scuffed. It reads, all you need is miracle, above a cartoonish image of disembodied lips at a phone receiver. Notably absent is an actual phone number. There's an indecipherable scribble. Whatever's written, see. Into your pocket it goes. It's a purchase order for 10 socks, made out to Carmuna Pessoa, Fashions and Garments, Bootleg Bazaar. Bootleg Bazaar. No coordinates found. Some kind of marketplace, and not one. The slip of paper grows heavy in your hand. It feels like a baton. Pseudopod's obligations are now yours. You owe this woman 5 pairs of socks. A wrapped up rectangle of compressed sugar. It's so hard that your fingers cannot make an... It takes 5 jaw tenses before you manage to shatter it. Sugary daggers jab the inside of your mouth. After a few more game attempts to chew, it takes all the will you possess to swallow the jagged claw. Its aftertaste contaminates your mouth. You retract your hand from the man's pockets. You grab him by his skinny shoulders and heave him upright, his head lolling backwards as he rises. This non-reaction is alarmingly reactionary. If keeping him is no gain, then losing him is no deficit. If there's any fucking going on around here, this man is instigating none of it. He lands in an awkward position, a cut-string puppet, bony hips raised to the air like antennas. There's your brief, operant. Flaunting a reactionary pose, further insult. Leave the brief hog where he lies. He does not respond, though if you didn't know any better, his deserted eyes seem to be urging you towards the bar. Out of his chair he looks smaller, more thousands of miles away, his mother flinches in her sleep. Your double didn't notice your arrival. He doesn't notice your... A pair of men's trousers are hung delicately. If Pseudopod's pants were attempting to flee the scene, they did not make it very far. The front and back pockets are completely empty, except for a few pieces of... Your hoist-in must have compressed his lungs somehow. Unless... You discover a small extra pocket inside the front. You slip 2 fingers inside and come away with a... The page is notebook-sized and perforated. THA 7LES APR 032. Half a cipher. The language of spies. You've carried papers like this, folded up and hidden away in secret pockets and compartments. Totally meaningless, yet no meaning can be made without it. Brown, shapeless, utterly unremarkable. One of the many mysteries concerning men's trousers. He was trying to smooth out creases with shower steam. As you turn away, a phone begins... You pick up the phone. The handset vibrates in your palm. Before you even finish speaking the word, the device connected to your phone base splits it into 256,000 encrypted fragments. The exquisite work of the magic box, one of the proudest achievements of the Opera's Technical Services Office. Half a world away, a familiar voice splits into a corresponding number.
Please tell me you have good news.
5 years, 3 months, 10 days. That's how long it's been since her voice was in your...
Operant Cascade, you made it. Your voice hasn't changed. We'll get to your problem in a moment. Put pseudopod on the line.
You glance over at the man face down on the floor. You feel the receiver slipping from your sweaty palm. For a moment, no one says anything. There's no sound at all save for the blood in your ear and the electrostatic hum of the ultra-long-distance connection.
Has he been zeroed out?
Eliminated, killed. Heavy words. Words that set machinery in motion.
A key is worthless without the ciphertext that goes with it. That doesn't tell us much. What else? I'll ask one more time. Is your double...
You must speak the word. She cannot make the determination. 5,000 kilometers away, in a small office deep underground, a mid-level controller of the Operant Bureau leans forward and cups a hand over her earpiece.
Cascade, is your double zeroed out or not? Yes, you do. Is he zeroed out, Operant? Right. I wonder which it is. Have our enemies blown us up already? Or is this just another day at the basement massage parlor of spy services? Fucking hell. The Opera's going to hang me by the toes. For you, it's back to satellite facility.
AKA the Freezer, the Opera's labyrinthine archival complex, where the old, useless and discredited are consigned until they're dismissed, or die of despair.
Get real, Cascade. This isn't your personal redemption tour. You haven't even got the assignment. Listen to me. This assignment is over. The woman in the photo shop downstairs, Constance, she's one of ours. Let her deal with Pseudopod. As for you, we need to get you on the next aerotram out of the city.
Even as your controller is speaking, your mind is settling back into familiar grooves. The old mechanisms slide. That numberless phone line may be worth investigating. Perhaps the room contains other leads as well. You've been on filing duty for 5 years, out of action. The opera wouldn't rush you back in theatre, unless... A half moment's hesitation.
Where'd you get that idea?
Not a denial. Proceed.
There should still be flights departing for Superblock territory tonight. Make sure you're on one of them. It was no one, a ghost in the wire. The assignment's over. Get on the next tram. If what you're saying is true, enemies abound. Don't get yourself zeroed out.
A click, and the... The bed looks serviceable. The room for 2. You were supposed to lie here alongside your double. Seems it is all yours then. Should you ever want... You turn away. The small table has been turned into a makeshift desk. The startlingly red folder stands out against the clutter. The small label in the top left corner is printed. The color reminds you of... The folder opens with a whoosh. Before you in neat monospace type. Name Will Kershaw. Cryptonym Cascade. Born Landau, former Republic of Mercia. All true. None of it useful just now. Childhood. Bourgeois, typical. History of student radicalism led to persecution by monotheist reactionaries. Fled. In short, born capitalist, reborn communist. Medical record. History of dissociative episodes and reckless action. Gunshot, chest. Retained bullet. 10mm pre-service. Sexuality. Homosexual tendencies. Unconfirmed. Suicide risk minimal. Ideation only. End of list. According to this file, that's all there is to you. There's another page behind this one. A tingle in your fingers. Your head grows lighter as you approach the crash site. Your hand grinds to a halt. A full minute past, or never. That works too. Amidst the crumpled sheets of copy paper and empty takeout contain Suprema 100s, cheap superblock export. There's nothing outwardly noteworthy about this pack of Suprema 100s. There are a few mangled filters and you leave the cigarettes where you found them. You turn away from the desk. Following the cord from your double's headphones, you come a Pro Typo 909 50-watt with multi-disc chain. Through the translucent view panel, you see a single red disc loaded in place. On the face of the disc are the words, Ultravioletta, you but from a dream, handwritten on thin strips of tape. You don't recognize the artist. So is the disc. Ready to spin. The chunky button makes a satisfying... The discus begins to turn. You know because the spindle was rotating, though the speakers don't produce any... No sound. save the thin layer of static that lines the inner cable. Amateur wire work. It doesn't appear to be. An artifact of no substance onto which nothing of substance has been. The music player blinks, slowly. Or do you? You can't tell. The silence is being overtaken by a different silence, like the slow darkening of night across the wall of an empty room. The static quiets as you a brief internal hum. Then the disc slides halfway out of the machine and waits there like it. You remove the red disc and place it into your pocket. Crimson flashes within its. The static quiets as you. A brief internal hum. Then you remove the red disc. You step away from the. You return to your double splayed. Saliva leaks from the corner of the.
Enough! You're blacklisted. Take your sick little...
Easy, lady. I just want to develop some photographs. I'm not trying to take your innocence.
That's an interesting camera he's carrying. Professional class. No consumer.
Does that poor girl even know what you're up to?
You have a wild imagination. A little photo should not count as a crime.
The woman casts a split-second glance in your direction.
Don't step too close. They're handing out bans like they're going out of style.
A crackle of recognition behind his eyes as they meet yours. Found, the passing figure in the background of an old memory with an earlier iteration of that same face. Thinner, less time-worn. The coat is a recent addition. If you don't know...
What?
She's probably another victim of your so-called street art.
What a full-spectrum question. Perhaps you've been huffing photochemicals with... Very well. Photo 24 can have this round. Thank you for this
He gives you one more glance as he leaves. Garish coat flapping behind it.
That was exciting, wasn't it?
Despite the flowy garments and artistic scarf around her neck, there is hardness to this woman's expression. It reminds you of the faces in old portraits.
Nobody. A seedy little oddity who likes making fantastical threats. Probably just his lascivious aura. He's a local specimen. I doubt he ever gets...
You've not seen the last of him. The two of you are bound by a hideous orange thread.
Ah, while I have it here, this is the screwdriver pseudopod requested. For the fax machine.
This toolkit looks so empty, barely usable in its current state. Fortunate. She gestures towards the monstrous off-white plastic machine behind you.
Speaking of, where is your double?
This woman could be a valuable source of information, if you can prise it from her. Basic social engineering. First, take the target into your confidence. Her look is wary, but in 2, turn an admirable quality into a vulnerability.
That's strange. No one said anything to me about a meta task. Ah, I understand. This is a test to check our information security. I'll have you know Pseudopod's not told me anything. He's kept it intensely...
Free. Exploit, exploit, exploit. She studies the wrinkled slip of paper a moment.
I don't know who this Carmuna is. But the bootleg bazaar, that's no mystery. Pseudopod was just down there yesterday. He said he intended to interview some of the vendors. I can't tell you what he... You can practically see it from the front door. Due south, in the ruins of the old Essilk factory. Head west from the round. If by some chance you find yourself in Party Alley, it means you've gone the wrong way. I hope you write Pseudopod a glowing report. From what I've seen so far, he certainly deserves it. Was there anything else? I certainly don't. It looks flirtatious. Never during working. Seedy business attracts itself. Try the fogged mirror. It's a bar just to the west.
Your old haunt, where you met with your former assets once upon an assignment.
I try to avoid it, personally. What do you mean? That's an astonishingly rude way to talk about your double. I don't know what that means. What do we do, Operant? I've never seen this before.
Meaning Pseudopod must have brought it here.
No, I don't pay attention to all that. Music, perhaps it's defective. I must say, it doesn't look like a regular disc like you buy at the shops. This looks more like a bootleg. It was yesterday. He looked stressed, like he was shouldering a great burden. It must have been the assignment, I'm sure. No, I don't believe so. Only that you'd be arriving today, and none too soon. Pseudopod was a very good teacher. He said it would fall on me to see after any operants who are incapacitated in theatre. I wonder, did he ever suspect he was talking about himself? I haven't the faintest idea. I'm adrift. Pseudopod struck me as an absolute... I suppose I could move him to the spare room down here. That way I can keep an eye on him. A doctor. Dr. Hugo would help. He runs a houseboat clinic in the back ways to the west of the old docks, past the waterlock.
She doesn't respond, but looks down as her cheeks flush deep crimson.
Of course. The least I can do. Very well.
She gives you a nod.
It's that little amber light. It means out of order, and I haven't been able to get it to green, meaning in order. Pseudopod assured me this machine was a vital tool of communication, as precious to our work as the magic box we installed on your room phone. You've received all sorts of technical training, I presume. I would think getting a little light...
A dread beast humming with dormant power. A handless scribe. It just needs to be soothed.
Before you do, I understand this is your first... I just wanted to say, welcome back to the opera. Operant. I'll be here if you...
A humongous white block of office technology sits in front of you. It looks like a sacrificial altar made of... Inside, mechanical parts are assembled in such a way that it can scream analog messages across huge distance. Your screwdriver makes short work of the starhead screws holding the side panel in place. You set them aside one by one and gently remove the... The holy innards of the facsimile machine reveal themselves to you like a sacrificial animal. You're looking at a Sugar Hill Executive Series 2, a cursed model, plagued by numerous debilities, most commonly. From the machine bowels comes a pleasing chunk as the plastic tray slots back into its receiver. The paper belt purrs.
Much better, thank you. Operant, I would never...
Image quality, and whatever remains of human... You turn away.
Finally, someone with courtesy. Do you know?
A handsome man shifts in place, glancing over his shoulder towards the tram lines. Suitcases surround him.
Simple. It's just over there. Me, I'm simply a stranded passenger, waiting on his aerotram. I did see a man like that some days ago, I think. Near the bazaar, in fact. No, he was alone. Why do you ask? I guess we share the same fate. I'm waiting on the 9. I was told it was having some problems. But it's supposed to be in service any day now. I was told it's supposed to be in service any day now.
Enough time to grow accustomed to new surroundings and start noticing things.
I agree. But what am I to do? It seems to be the only way out of this city. I would appreciate it. Thank you. I'll be here in...
The young man leans back, his gaze slowly tracing your outline. Both of his eyes drift outwards, as if pulled by different horizons.
Lucky for her, I'm a respectful man. Most days. Now, tell me how I can help you today. Only if you got mole vision. People come to me for all sorts of services. Call it fate, call it... I respect the goats. That's why I picked the name myself. Good jumpers too.
The ruler of a future kingdom, his throne already concrete in his mind. He stares right back, a practiced calm. He knows how he looks and dares you to question the asymmetry.
Nah, I'm no Kizak boy. I come here to work, and then I go home. That's about it. I'm getting better by the day. It's not what it was even 10 years ago. Cleaner, you know? You won't... But hey, I like tourists with money. And tourists love Kizak. It's got colors, it's got music. No better place to pass through before heading home. Take a break. I have a lot to offer. Baby, not only am I a businessman, I am a purveyor of taste. I curate high-class aesthetics and deliver, and I got fresh weed too. freshest.
Astounding. Must have been harvested just a few days ago.
You'll be seeing lizards and volcanoes with this strain. There's weed, on account of it being part of my religion. Everything else is haram.
You don't have to use it to sell it.
I said all I can say on that. All right, tell me what's on your mind. Forget about him. I can give you everything he can, and more. Even better, we can just get a boat, you and me. Sail somewhere tropical, get to know each other over cocktails and deep-fried tenderloin. I'm always serious with you, but okay, I can see that fire in your eyes. I haven't seen them, promise. Love to. Born and raised in Lower Viewdas, an hour away by tram. My mother's a Rustam woman, inland blood. Came to Portofino with her parents when she was 11. She raised me on it.
The dream of Rustam. For 80 years, there were no kings or bosses, only rotating councils, grain cooperatives, and raid.
It's quiet, if you're used to shouting. Neighborhood's made up of 14 towers. Astor had it built in the 50s for immigrants. We got a barber, Timo, with the solid tattoos, old Khalti selling candles out the windows, and you'd never know it according to those travel pamphlets they hand out. They got all of you that's colored orange. Sure, but you won't find any of that unless you're looking for it. Neighborhood, old people. They think Lower Viewdas should clean up, look decent. Take a break. I have a lot to offer. I'll be seeing you.
The intercom is covered by a protective plastic film, a button embossed in the only recently installed. It curls under the edge of your fingernail and slides off in a single, unbroken. The indicator light flicks on, a high-pitched whine from the speaker.
Is it working? Can you hear me? Oh, that's good. I never know if I'm pressing the right thing.
The line hisses with death.
The plastic? On the intercom? You savage. Could you try and replace it? Yes.
You look at the crumpled, sticky mess of plastic, translucent and grotesque, like an electronic gecko mole. It will never...
This has ruined my day. Désolé. If you don't know, you're probably not supposed to be here.
Very vague, almost secretive.
Nice try, but I won't be doing that.
The dermis of static masks any change in her tone. This door opens for someone. That's why there's an intercom. You just need her to tell you who.
Bonne journée.
A silk number 3. The old silk. Pseudopod had a purchase order from a vendor called Carmuna. She must... You also have that curious red disc to hand.